big, beautiful, loving planet called Earth. So today we're going to be reading the synopsis of the Maze Cutter book, which I finished last night. But before we get into that, I want to apologize for the video not getting up till the weekly task not getting up till 4:30 p.m. yesterday, because I was having a lot of issues with my laptop yesterday, and it was just not working properly. And I got to work at 4:30, and got the vlog up, but I won't be doing that again, or hopefully it won't happen like that again anytime soon or ever again, depending on how things go. But what I will say this though, I am going to be doing a book review on a few books, especially the one I'm going to talk about today. And then we'll get into, when I get to the Shadow and Bone book series and the Percy Jackson book series, and then there's a book called Glimmer's Game that I'm potentially getting in the next week or so, and the same thing with this book called The Book Thief by I don't know how to say his name, but yeah, so that's in regards to that. So let's just dive into the book here. So, 73 years after the events of the Death Cure, when Thomas and the other immunes were sent to an island to survive the flare-triggered apocalypse, their descendants have thrived. Sedina, Isaac, and Jackie all learning about the unkind history of the Gladers from the Book of Newt and tall tales of the old man Frypan. But when a rusty old boat shows up one day with a woman bearing dark news of the mainland, everything changes. The group and their islander friends are forced to embark back to civilization, where they find cranks have evolved into a more violent, unintelligent version of themselves. They are hunted by the Godhead, the Remnant Nation, and scientists with secret agendas. When they cross paths with an orphan named Minho from the Remnant Nation, the dangers become real, and they don't know who they can trust. The islanders will have to survive long enough to figure out why they are being targeted and who is friend or foe. What the Godhead has planned for the future of humanity. The characters are Sedina, a young girl living in the new safe haven with her girlfriend Trish. She is later revealed to be the granddaughter of Sonia, and therefore a descendant of Newt. Isaac, a blacksmith living in the safe haven, is said to be around 20 years old. Frypan, an islander and the last living Glader. Frypan is mentioned as to be around 88 to 90 years old. Minho, a young boy from the Remnant Nation who joins the Islanders. Trish, a young girl living in the safe haven with her girlfriend Sedina. There's other characters as well, but this is everything that they mention online about the book and everything. It's not that big of a book. It's just going over how this woman by the name of Kettler lands on this island. They have to take her back to the old land, the old world, and in the process they run, like I mentioned, they run across all kinds of different individuals. Now, there's other books in this thing. I think there's two at least. The second one has not yet been written, but this one was very good. I don't say good things about books unless I really like them. Same thing with movies. If I don't really like the movie, I won't really talk about it. But this was a good book. I'd give it a solid B grade with everything that happened, from the fighting to the adventures that these individuals go on. Now, I don't know if they're going to make a movie on this, just like all the Maze Runner books were made into films. There's Maze Runner, Scorch Trials, and Death Cure. Now, I don't know what they're going to do in regards to this book, and if they do, it probably won't be for another 2 or 3 years that it will be released in theaters. But yeah, that's the whole point of today's vlog, was to to go into detail of how I finished the Maze Cutter book. The next step is to continue to read the War and Peace book, then move on to the next book, and the next book, and the next book, and the next book, and so forth and so on until we complete all the books. With that being said, that is it for today's vlog. I know this wasn't as long as some of these other vlogs that I make recently, but anyways, we have 4 birthdays to wish today, so I want to wish Drew Tabor a happy birthday, Sophia Nygaard a happy birthday, Taryn Southern a happy birthday, and Matthew Santoro a happy birthday today. And that does it for birthdays today. We have a few birthdays on tomorrow, and then we continue to go through birthdays for the rest of the month. Anyways, I will see you all tomorrow with a brand new vlog, and bye-bye.